Hello, everybody. Welcome to Musings of a Timid Observer with Joel. I'm Joel, and today is June 3rd, 2023, which marks here Matyrs Day in Uganda, which, with what little I remember from school, 26 Christians, I believe, both Protestants and Catholics, were killed at Namugongo by Kabaka Mwanga for various reasons, but mainly for causing, at least as he saw it, divisions in his kingdom and bringing in a whole new influence, allegiance to the kingdom of God, or Europeans as they saw it, versus the traditional beliefs and solidarity of the kingdom of Uganda. But I was just thinking about three things that I wanted to share with you. The first is the idea of martyrdom and how even in death, with the distance, the further I get from things, it's like almost like the other part of the Mandela effect is that once you die or become a symbol, you become flattened. You are no longer a full person. Like when I think about these matters, I don't know, what their failings were. I don't know what their hopes were, what their families were. It's almost like they are a vanishing mediator. They're a way for us to, show our faith or show what it is that we hope to be, that we would stand in the face of persecution. I think the tougher challenge is to actually live. In some way, the moment when you're pressed with death, it makes everything very clear that do you really choose this or not? But in every day, the people who are at the shrine right now, do they show their commitment to Christianity in their honesty, in the way they want to dismantle systems of oppression, in the way they want to feed the poor, in the way they want to, relieve those people who are suffering? The day-to-day thing, living by the faith, is what's much more difficult, because you have to die to yourself every single day. And I think there's some jouissance that comes, some enjoyment that comes from, thinking, if I was put to the sword, I would finally die. Because, after that death, you become a symbol. You're no longer, just an individual. And all of us are going to die, and at some point we're going to be forgotten. But imagine if you were to become a symbol. The second thing is about identity and how, in choosing to be Christian, at the time, religious freedom, I think, was a big battle, and I don't think we appreciate how much blood has been spilt for us to be able to say, well, I am Ugandan, I am Catholic, I am whatever the case may be, that you can have all these identity markers, and we forget that those things can have tension. And what life is when those tensions meet. Because once those tensions meet, they expand the definition of what it means to be something. So, given that it's Pride Month and, Uganda just passed this draconian law, I would be remiss to say that I hope we will be able to move beyond the disgust that a lot of Ugandans feel, wrongfully so. I think because it's been bred into them, it's been taught to them that, they're pure, and in order for us to be pure, there has to be some other that we can scapegoat and put all of our disgust into and all of our hatred to. And I'm not asking for tolerance. I think tolerance is just such a meager thing. All the movements in the world for liberation and freedom and for equality have not been fights for you to tolerate me. They've been fights for it to mean that the thoughts that you have about me, your personal disgust about me, cannot determine how I live, cannot deter me, cannot prevent me from, fully embracing my humanity. So, I hope as this Matyrs Day looks at how we've persecuted people for their faith, we've persecuted people for their gender, we've persecuted people for their sexuality, perhaps we'll grow out of this and we'll expand what it means to be Ugandan. The third thing is, a bigger point about us looking at the complexity of the things that we carry as symbols, because symbols start to function beyond the reality and the facts on the ground. And so I'm tasking myself with the job of going to read more about how Bishop Hannington was killed, and all the Muslims that were also killed on this day, why Idi Amin decided to declare this a day not only for the people who lost their lives at Namugongo, but for all the different people who lost their lives for the purposes of what they believed in. And it's an encouragement to me to, sort of stand firm in the things that I believe in, because at the end of the day, everything else fades away, but the longest thing about you that will stand, and the thing that might ignite a fire in other people, is that you took a stand for something. So happy Matyrs Day, everyone. Stay well. Happy weekend.